Hey everybody, welcome. This is Pastor Tim with God Talk, and we're live on Missoula tonight. We're doing a live stream watch party, and we're hoping to have some new people, and we're believing God to move. I love you, Lord, for your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful. All my life been so good. With every breath I'm able, I will sing of the goodness of God. Caleb, I didn't see you come in. I didn't even hear you. How you doing? Well, yikes. Well, we got to fix that then, don't we? There we go. All right, now you can hear me. Yeah, the old factory reboot worked. Yeah, it restored everything perfectly. I was able to save all my files, so it worked out. And now I'm just happy, that it all worked out. Oh, it's just one less thing to worry about. We had on Sunday night we had a I told you about a girl that came in there that she knew me from she must have known me from like years ago when I was on wire because she seemed to have a lot of knowledge about me and stuff and what I was doing, and I gave her the website link to our Wix site and she joined it. I was shocked. She joined it, and I haven't even had a chance yet because I've been busy all day with stuff to really reach out to her, but I'm going to try to see if, man, it's rough right now because I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing yet. I found this I told you about this app that it's it's really a lot like Circle, but it's your own branded app. And so instead of it being like in your mobile phone, instead of it saying Circle, it would say, God Talk or Jesus Connect, because it's your own brand. But it's not. You can you can get it as a desktop app too, so it works on all devices. But it's not through the App Store. It's basically it's same technology. It's just basically a native app, but you don't have to pay to put it in the store, and it's way more affordable than Circle. Way more affordable. But what's cool about it is the way that it sets up. You can basically make it any way you want. It's like you can have. I mean, you can pay more and get like instant messaging and things like that, like Subway. Yeah, you can have it any way you want, like a sandwich. Right? Yeah, exactly. But anyway, something like that might work because it has, I guess you would say, kind of like instead of channels, it has discussion topics, and you can make those whatever you want, and then you would basically the topic becomes the channel, and you can post in there and stuff, and you could write a post, you could add, like basically just the same thing you would do on Circle. You could create, you know, a forum or a blog or whatever you want. People can comment on it, or people can post. Then it has a general feed, so you can post in there like whatever you wanted to. But I'm going to show it to you guys because I want your opinion on it. I think it's pretty cool, and I think it could work for us as a website. But it has push notifications on it, so when you get the mobile app, it's an app, but it's not. People think app, they automatically think you have to go to Apple or Android, and it's not. You just simply, when you're on the desktop, it'll ask you, do you want the mobile app? And you say yeah, and then it just creates an icon on your phone, and then when you click on it, you go to the mobile version of it. Is what it is. But I haven't, I looked at it. I've looked at it. I've messed around with it. I haven't seen anything yet. Of course, I haven't tested it out or anything. So, but I would like to maybe by the end of the week start testing it out. The problem is I put a chat room on there. The one that I usually fall back on. It's called Minute Chat, and it has. Um, it's not like an instant messenger chat, but it basically it opens up in it. If you imagine, if you're on your phone, you can use it on the mobile or you can use it on the desktop, but it opens up in a box, and you can chat in there. People can join it as a guest, or they can, you know, put their email in, and you can create a username or whatever. But that's just the chat that I had put on there now. It does have an instant message one on one. We can instant message people one on one, or you can, for a lot more money, you can get the group chat. I just don't know if we would need the group chat for the money. I think we could just use Minute Chat because you can do Giphies and stuff in there, and it's really cool. Actually, it's a cool little chat. It works good, and people can join it as a guest. So if they didn't want to join, whatever. But it's not. But then you could just do the instant messaging one where you could actually have that would be more, I think, beneficial for us to be able to get a hold of each other on there like you can on any other app. So that's kind of a thought. Now, again, I haven't. I want to look more into if there's any examples online of their group chat. I want to see what it looks like because that's a jump from like their base plan to the group chat one. It's quite a bit more money, and I'm like, do we really need that if we're using Discord, and we've got capabilities as long as we can, I think, get a hold of each other one on one and instant chat each other that way. That would be the best thing. And of course, you can message each other all through the app because it's set up to be a messaging app. Although it's the way that it breaks down, it's kind of weird. I don't like the way that it's. I've never really seen anybody charge more like that for group chat. That was the kind of one of the drawbacks. Was like, why would you jump like $40 a month more in the price just to give me the group chat? But the one-on-one chat is there, anyway. I don't know. It's just that's part of it. I was kind of like, oh, I don't know about that. But I think the way that I have it set up would work. But anyway, something to look at, something to, you know, again, it's weird how I came across it because I wasn't looking for it. I was actually looking for something else, and it popped up in my radar again because I think I'd looked at it earlier in 23, and I don't know if I think at that time, and maybe it was right around the time when we were going to do Circle, and I just decided, I don't know, I don't remember, but it was around that time, I guess. But so I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, well, this could work because then we would have, notifications. We'd have a good mobile platform for people, and then we could, again, the forums or the blogs for posting to FeedSpot. I'd have that. It's just, I don't know. I mean, it's a tough call for me right now because I think I was really excited about Circle because it had everything. It had the video chat, it had everything all in one, and then the mobile was crap, to put it mildly. It was just junk, as we know. So it has the capability where you can embed things into it. But what's weird is it doesn't have the normal HTML iframe. It's the URL. You put a URL in there and it embeds whatever that is into the site. It's cool. I mean, if you wanted to embed a video, it would embed it anywhere. Or if you had, I don't know, an article you wanted to embed it into your website for whatever reason, that would work for that. Now, some websites, some chat rooms would work. Like certain, you might find a chat room that's a video chat room that would actually work in there with just a URL. But what happens is with video chat, there's tokens and stuff. I don't really understand all this because I'm not up on it. But hey, Lucia, welcome. There's tokens or something that have to authorize the app to work, and so even though the app will pop up and it looks like, oh yeah, it's going to work, and then when it gets to opening it up, it says no, not going to work. And there might be a way that you could get it to work, but I don't know how to do it. So I wasn't able to embed a video chat into it. Oh, however, I did find something that was kind of cool. It's called a virtual classroom, and you can't embed it. Unfortunately, it wouldn't embed, but you could, because it's like the difference is like if you invite somebody to Discord, you're inviting them to a whole website, not just our chat room. They're actually joining the Discord network, right? So it's a little bit more broader. This is just joining a room instead of that. You're not joining, like, say you had somebody come to Telegram. Well, they're joining the whole Telegram network, even though they were just coming into our chat room. This is like just a room that they would go to, and they could join it as a guest or they could sign up for it. And because it's a classroom type software, it has you could post files. Be great for Bible studies. Like you could, in right in the chat room, you could post a file. So any kind of document you can post. You can watch YouTube, kind of like a watch party type thing, right in the app. And you're not sending somebody to a whole nother website. You're just sending them to like our little chat room. So it's not really that big of a jump, even though it would take them out of the app. I'm not happy about that, but I don't know how else to get a video chat in an app unless you're going to spend, like I said. We were fortunate to have that with Circle, but not everybody's going to give you video chat without charging you a lot of money for it, unfortunately. So, how's everybody's week going so far? How have you been, Lashia? It's good to see you. Today was frustrating. You mean at work? Oh, man, I can relate. I've had a few frustrating days with the cam situation. Today was actually an easy one. It was a lot easier than I thought, but I was able to get everything restored pretty quickly. Yeah, I hope it's better, easier for you guys. At least tomorrow's Friday Eve. Well, I don't know if we'll get anybody tonight. I could do a blast and let people know we're in here, I guess. Or we can just hang out. You can, that guy. I tell you what, he's been around a long time, Danny DeVito, and he's still funny. He was in Taxi. I don't know if you remember that show. That was like way before your guys' time. But a lot of stars came from Taxi. Um, Christopher Lloyd, the guy from the Back to the Future movies, Doc, he was in it, and Tony Danza, who was. Why do I know this stuff? I don't know because it was from. I guess it was from my. You know, even for me, that was I was young when that show was on. I mean, that's how old it was. But anyway, Danny DeVito, there you go. Now he's in Subway, not Subway, one of the sub sandwich company commercials. Uh, Jersey Subs or whatever that is. He's in that commercial now. Jersey Subs. Why do I know that? I don't know. Because I've seen him, I guess. Jersey Mike's. Hey, how's it going? Welcome. We're just chilling out tonight. Ah, yeah, we should. Maybe we can do that. Maybe we can do that Friday night. That'd be fun. We could do a movie night. Do movie night mode and watch it. That is a good movie. That would be fun. What's up, Anonymous? How you been? Oh, that's Lucia. What am I thinking? Forgive me. I thought there was one more person in here, but my eyes are deceiving me here. Some glad morning when this life is over, I'll fly away to that home where time will be no more. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Just a few weary, weary days, and I'll fly away. I got these new headphones to go with my. I don't. I don't. They're made by Sony, which they're pretty good actually, but they have a built-in microphone. I don't know if there's any difference at all. You can go up or down, and I just don't like how they look. But they actually, I love them because no matter how high I turn up the laptop, it's just never loud enough. It's not a real good speaker on it, but the um, the headphones, man, they really help. Uh, that's the last pair I had. They broke, and so I haven't really had a good pair. I used to have like I don't know. At one time, I think I might have had like two or three different pairs of headphones. I couldn't find any of them. Damn. It just makes me think of those things you wear over your face for sleep apnea, like a hose across your face. Oh, oh. So I was thinking a lot about, we've been talking about revival and how what God wants to do, and I had come across some videos of some people preaching, and this one guy, he was really preaching, and he was talking about he believes there's going to be citywide revivals again. And there was a time when I thought, no, I don't think God's going to do that anymore. I think He's just going to hit certain churches that are open, and I still think that's probably going to be the case. But I mean, by all means, we should believe God for citywide revivals, but I do think He can do it. But I do think there's going to be um, some great moves of God, and people are going to get revived all over the place. But that was a very powerful preaching that he was doing. And, if he believes that, it's not out of line with what Joel said and what Peter said in the last days, that God would pour His Spirit out on all flesh. Oh my! I would never wear that. That looks like something out of Star Wars, or I don't know what, Iron Man. Er, I don't know about that, man. I couldn't wear that. What is that? COVID? A COVID headphone for COVID? Oh my goodness! Just as long as they don't make you wear that at work, right? I think on here we're going to have to probably reach out a little more into the general population by this mass invitation thing. But I don't feel like doing it tonight. But maybe on Friday we'll do a watch party night. We'll do a movie night. We got to get the movie first. We got to make sure we can get it. Napoleon Dynamite. I guess we could. We'll have to see about maybe using either the screen share or virtual browser or stream player. I guess I don't know which way to go with that. What's the stream? Play any video from the web by entering the valid stream URL in the input box. We could use that. We can find a URL for it. We'll have to see if we can find it. It might be on YouTube, but I doubt it. You might be able to buy it on YouTube. Sometimes you can rent them for like $3 or $4. That would be the easiest way to do it. I'll try to get it between now and Friday, but we'll just do a big outreach on Friday night. But they should see it if it's just a YouTube video like normal, right? Yeah. Well, I can probably get it off of YouTube. I'm sure I can. If we do ever get some people on here, more people like Rabbit or whatever, it would be fun to do a talent night. People sing, play an instrument, just do something, you know. It would have to be solo though. We couldn't do like a group. We tried that. That didn't work. Remember we tried to do Christmas carols? We sounded like a bunch of drunken sailors. La 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 la. It was all out of sync. That's why you got to have a program that everybody's on so it syncs it all up. You would think something like that would be easy, but it's not. Unless you're an old rock band from the 80s doing a live stream. Yeah, during COVID, it was like all these groups from the 80s and 90s were coming out on. There would be like in different locations. One guy was playing drums, the other guy was playing bass, and then a guitar, and somebody was singing. It was crazy. It was kind of fun though, in a way, because not that part, but just that people were online more, and that was kind of fun. But now, not the COVID part of it, but the being online more. But now that's kind of died off. Now people are back to normal, I guess. Yeah, there's latency for sure. That's hard to over. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But solo wise, people just doing karaoke or whatever, that'd be fun to do it. And if somebody has a keyboard or even drums or whatever, we were getting that started, and then that was on. I think it was Discord before we had that. Whatever happened, I don't know. Something happened on Discord. It just went completely silent on there. But we are getting some new people. I've noticed today. We four new people, two from here, maybe three. I'm not sure. But we definitely, there's another person that joined. I just reached out to him. We're going to start doing follow up. Anybody that wants to help with follow up, let me know, because we're going to set up a program whereby we start reaching out to people on Discord and whatever. Um, Probably not on Wire. I'll be doing that one because you got to join Wire, and then you'd have to know who I know and friend request them, and it's almost like I have to do that follow up, but just fine. It's fine. But we're trying to get people into one location where we can all chat, and that's kind of why I want to have an app. Because right now it's confusing. Are we inviting people to the website? Are we inviting them to Discord? Now we're like back in that whole where's Waldo thing, you know. Where's Jesus Connect? Where are we funneling people to? This is the problem that we always seem to come back to. But if we have an app that can message people and stuff like that, then that would be the best way. Now, Discord is fine for that. I'm just not 100%. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure that I want to roll all my eggs in that Discord basket yet. You know what I mean? I like Discord, but I don't know. But when we're doing follow up, You remember this guy? If you do, then you're older than I thought you were. Where where's Jesus Connect? Yeah, but ideally, we want to, we got people that are joining M- Mozilla. We got people now that are joining Wire Club. We got people that are joining Discord. We're disjointed. I mean, ultimately, that's not going to work. We got to have one net where everybody can kind of come to, you know. And so maybe the app is the best idea. If even if we can just figure that out, I'll have to figure that out on that at my end. But if we have an app where everybody can join it, it's easy to get on with their phone and whatever. That's the ticket because that will get everybody will be able to connect no matter what site they're coming from. We can still use all those sites, and we should for outreach. We can still use Discord. We can still use Mozilla, everything, Warrior Club. But the cool thing is, we'd have everybody in one app. So you're meeting people that I'm introducing you to people from Wire or people that you already know here or whatever. They can all come together in one place, and then we can have, real fellowship that way. But it's just either that or we just got to use Discord and just make that our site and everybody comes there. But then I don't know. It's where it gets a little confusing. And this is where we need help. Look at that. I found this outside. I don't know what this came from. It looks like a toad or a frog, doesn't it? Maybe that's a sign that we need to use cam frog. I'm just kidding. Believe it or not, there's a site called Camfrog, and it's very. I don't like it. I tried it a couple of times. You got to download it. Oh, the frog. Yeah. You know what's weird? It's kind of sad actually because a baby skunk. We had skunks that were living on under our deck, whole family of them, and one of the babies got in a where my window is. There's like a pit that goes down outside of it. And so it was sitting in that pit by my window, the skunk. And so the next day, we had to get him out of there. And when we got him out of there, he had killed the frog. I was so bummed. Yeah, that little frog got the skunk got it. I didn't even know skunks ate frogs. I was shocked. But anyway, that was not good. But then recently I had a what was it? Oh, a bunny rabbit got in there, a baby one. It was about the size of a baseball, and he got in there. So I got him out, and he jumped out. Yeah, he jumped out of there and took off, hopped away. I was hoping he found his family. We got these bunny rabbits that live. They're like, I don't know what kind of rabbits they are, wild rabbits. All I know is my dog goes crazy when he sees them. He wants to get them. Of course, anything like that, he just tries to drag me down the street. It's not fun. I'm going to make that my picture for now on. Yeah, that's going to be my new picture. I'm going to save it. That's going to be my new profile. I love you, Lord. Oh, your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hand. From the moment that I wake up till I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. Boy, everybody's singing that song. Michael W. Smith, BB Winans, CC Winans is singing it. Everybody. That is a good song, though. Yeah, it's one of them songs that sticks in your head. Like, you'd be going down the road and you just start singing it. It's just, it's got that vibe to it. I was watching CC Winans, and she's from Detroit. Her and BB and their whole family. They had the Winan brothers. They had a church, Perfecting Church, over here in Detroit, and they're huge gospel music people. They've been around forever. Uh, anyway, she was sitting down. I don't know where she was at, some TV set somewhere, and she just grabs the mic and starts singing it. And it was awesome because she just has that voice, and when she's singing because they're black, so she has that soul, Detroit soul, and she's got a voice, man. She can really belt it out. But she was singing that song. It was really cool. I love your voice. You have led me through the fire and darkest night. You are close like no other. Known you as a father, known you as a friend. Oh, I have lived in the goodness of God. Your goodness is running, running after me. Your goodness is running, running after me. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. think Andy might do the Bible study tomorrow night. I'm trying to get him involved. He wants to be involved. Um, we'll see what he wants to do tomorrow. Wow. Is this right? CC Winans wrote that? I thought she was just singing it. Well, I'm going to see. I thought that was written by Hillsong. CC Winans. Song. Wait, no, the song was written by Ed Cash, Ben Fielding, Jason Ingram, Brian Johnson, and John Johnson. Ed Cash handled the production of the single "Goodness of God." So it was done by Hillsong or um, Jen. Jen wrote it from either Jesus Culture or Elevation, whatever that was. Jen Johnson. Okay, CC Winans must just have a version of it. Not that I'm just saying. I thought CC Winans because she wrote a lot of music, so she very well could have written it, but apparently she didn't write it. She just probably made it more famous, but I don't know. It's a good song though. Love it. One of my favorites. Right, they all sing each other's songs. See, that's the thing. If you have an app, man, it takes. If we just had the money, we had a benefactor where we could create, an app with our own, watch party, and that would be so cool. Then we could do these things, on our own app. But we don't, so we do what we can. But it's just hard to really ever grow if you're all over the place. It's okay to reach out on different sites. You really got to have your own home in order to really grow. And we could grow if we had that. Somebody win the lottery. No, I'm just kidding. Somebody, come on. I got $1 million idea if I could just get somebody to make it. There are investment corporations that will invest if they think there's an idea that's worth their time. I think Zapster's ready to go live. No, I'm just kidding. Zapster, man, that's our $1 million ticket. Oh boy. Did I ever tell you this? Yeah, I think we talked about it last night. Oh, Zapster. That was so funny when Butler was talking about my dog was sitting over there and he's like, he barked and he goes, I think he got zapped. We were talking about that. But I guarantee you somebody's going to do something similar to this. Every idea I've ever had, me and Andrew had a few of them. One of them was virtual gifts. We had that idea a long time ago where you could give people gifts, not you know virtual. Well, our idea was more you would actually be able to give somebody something like from Five Below or some store where they could, you know, through social media, you would just hit their social media, their Facebook or whatever, and they would get, oh, you just got a gift from so and so or whatever. We had that idea, and then of course now it's being done all over the place. but we didn't act on it. we, we lost out on that one. Uh, we've had a few good ideas. Most of them have been done already. Well, they weren't done already. They're done now. That's why I know it sounds silly, but when I get an idea like this, I mean somebody's going to figure out. I don't care if it how important the notifications are, because right now they're just an afterthought. Everybody creates the event, and that's what they put all their time and money into, which makes sense because that's what's actually going to air. But then, oh yeah, we'll just notifications. They just click on to send it to Facebook or whatever, and then nobody ever gets it because we all tune those things out. Um, so the idea is to spend at least as much time on the notifications as you do the actual event, because the notification is what's going to alarm, or we talked about that. I'm not going to go into that again, but it's a good idea. But I'm not going to. No, maybe someday, but not now. Somebody will do it though. You watch. Somebody's going to do it. They might not turn their phone into a laser beam, but that is a cool idea, and it could be done. Technology is already there. Vibration, light, and sound. All three of those are already there. It just has to be manipulated by software that I don't know how to make. I don't know how to do it. Somebody will, though. There was a guy years ago when we first were starting out. He had a company. He built social networks, software, and stuff. And he had, like, at that time, I mean, this was 2013, 2014. And it was like back then, there was a lot of social network apps and things that were popping up, kind of like Facebook stuff, but it was copying Facebook, is basically what it was doing. And he had this company, and so we used one of his one of his apps, I think, for a while, just test it out. And but you could actually, it was so new that you could actually talk to the guy, like he wasn't a big company or anything. He was just, doing it. And so I was talking to him and I was asking him a lot of stuff, like, because he could build like whole infrastructures, things like that. He was real smart. And I asked him then, if he could build us a network. And I told him what we wanted. He said, "Oh, yeah, I could do that for you." And at that time, I was like, when we were kind of getting on all these free sites, I'm like, we're never going to need that. We're never going to need somebody to build us our own infrastructure. Come on, we don't need that. And I think to myself now, I could have kicked myself because here I had a guy that could do it. He could build it because he's already been building this stuff. And he probably would have done it for like hardly nothing. Yeah, he probably would have done it because he already had the infrastructure that he was using. But anyway, we missed out on that one. Yeah. Well, I even thought about back in the day, Yahoo. Yahoo is a shell of what it was back in the 80s and 90s. In the early 90s, when the internet was started, Yahoo was like a giant, mega. It was one of the biggest site out. It was bigger than Facebook, really, seriously. It was huge. That's where I started chatting. They had all these chat rooms. I mean, they had probably 30 Christian chat rooms. They had every state had their own chat, and you can meet people from your own state. And it was all free. You didn't have to pay for it. I mean, they had like dating sites. They had everything you could imagine, sports, whatever you wanted to chat about. And then they added video chat to it after a couple years, more towards the 2000s. They started adding video and audio chat, and it was all like it was all back when it was flash drive. You guys, you might not even know that stuff. That's a pretty long time ago, but I'm sure Caleb, you know about Flash, Adobe Flash Player and all that. Yeah, and then it went to web. What we use now is WebRTC. It's all through the browser now. It's all done through the browser. It's not done through flash drive and all that. Well, anyway, so they had all these chat rooms, but it started to become the Christian rooms started to become debate forum. Everybody was fighting. I mean, it was it was the weirdest thing. I never understood that. Like people arguing over prophecy and theology, and I mean, you wouldn't think that you would have that much disagreement, but my goodness, you put these people in the chat room and it was like they were ready to kill each other. And it got pretty nasty. And so there was a few chat rooms that I would go into that weren't like that, and I started to chat in there, and I wasn't at that time. I wasn't doing any kind of leading chats or anything. I wasn't. I was just. I would go in there now and then and just talk to people. I met some people. It was kind of cool. But the thing that Yahoo had all these rooms and they had groups that you could create and all that kind of stuff. So I had an idea that when Yahoo, I think it was about 2007 or 2008, maybe 9, something like that. They went they sunsetted their chat. They decided not to do it anymore. And Yahoo had a messenger. That was what everybody knew it for, a Yahoo Messenger. It's basically Facebook ripped that off. Now it's Facebook Messenger, but before it was Facebook, it was Yahoo. Yahoo had that whole thing. And you could have friends on there and you could chat with people. And then when you added them to your messenger, and and then they had the chat rooms that go along with it. So it was just, it was pretty cool, for back in the day. It was pretty cool. But so you would have like maybe however many people you had, and it would show you when somebody was online. You could one-on-one chat, or you could group chat, or you could whatever. It was cool, but then they had these bots, and the bots weren't like what you know now, like bots that help you do things, bots like on Discord. These were malware bots that would literally, you would know somebody by a certain username or screen name, and then one day all of a sudden their screen name would be there, but it wasn't them. Like they were hacked by a malware bot, and it would just be like it would be like an android that took over there. Yeah, they would all of a sudden they would be gone. It would be, Joe, what happened to you? Joe, Joe, man, what happened? You're no longer Joe. You're a robot. But it was weird. Yeah, it was weird. And they started taking over the chat. And pretty soon you'd have whole chat rooms that were infected with these malware bots. And I don't think they knew what to do. They didn't know how to get rid of them. And it just killed the chat. And of course, that was before mobile was really going. So they didn't really have mobile chat or anything like that. Everything was on the desktop then. You got to remember, mobile phones didn't really start taking over everything until later in the 2000s. And we were still using, landlines in 2007, 8, 9. And then pretty soon there came a point where people just no longer had phones. They just used their cell phone. But anyway, But so I had this idea, since they had a defunct chat system, but they already had a foundation, they already had all the infrastructure. So I was trying to contact the people at Yahoo. It's a long time ago. I actually contacted somebody in the development department about, I wanted to create a Christian version of Yahoo, but I wanted to see if they would consider building it using their infrastructure. But it would be like where people could have groups, since they already had that, and they could chat. Basically, it would be similar to what it was, but I wanted it to be like where it would be like a Christian community where people could come and have different groups, and then they could sync up and have live streams. This was probably about 7, 8 years ago that I had this idea. And I went to Yahoo thinking maybe they would at least listen to my idea. I didn't get anywhere with them. And then, I found out afterwards how liberal they are. I mean, they are like one of the most liberal. I mean, they had Katie Couric, for crying out loud, on there. And now, well, Yahoo is just, they have Yahoo Sports, Yahoo News, but it's just nothing like it was. It's kind of sad to see things kind of dinosaur out. Like if you ever had a site that you liked and all of a sudden, like Rabbit, they just disappear and that's it. But that was one of them that was like crazy, that it just went the way of the dodo bird, as I like to say. Yep, it did. And such is life. I had a lot of fun when I first started getting on there. And then it was like, I met some good Christian people. And then there was a lot of people that were just like, a lot of people just were looking to date. It was a big dating site. It was before like eHarmony and all that. You know what I mean? Like, it was way before that. There's a dodo bird for you. Extinction. Well, that was a fast hour. I'm sorry that we didn't do a whole lot tonight. I kind of just wanted to see if we'd get any. Hold on a minute. Yeah, you need something? Oh, you need something? There's nobody in there. That's a closet. Oh, you can go back in your room. That's where you need to be. You don't want to be walking around out here. It's getting cold out. We're getting a cold snap. It's going to go down in the 40s tonight, and it's only going to be like 50 something tomorrow. And it was over 75 today. It's like, that's Michigan for you. Till you get out of May. In the next 3 or 4 days, we're going to have rain and cold, and then it'll warm up again. And by June, it might get into the 80s, and then you start getting summer. But right now, it's you can feel it. The temperature has probably gone down 10, 15 degrees just since 7, 8 o'clock. So that's crazy. Crazy talk. All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys go and get my dog in and stuff. He's out there. I think he's probably up by the house. So I'll let you guys go. I'll see you tomorrow. I think tomorrow night we're going to be on Discord. Like I said, until we get our app or whatever, I guess, we should probably try to work something out where we have one meeting place and then, I don't know. It's a little bit confusing, but we'll figure it out. All right. We'll see you guys. God bless. Have a good night.